All right, so never done this before, but let's give it a shot. So I actually just want to share with you guys a story from yesterday, and the key thing that I want to exemplify is the concept of blessing in disguise. Yesterday morning, and in Vancouver, for those of you guys who don't live in Vancouver, it never snows, and if you look outside right now, there's like snow everywhere. Now, crazy thing is, yesterday I hopped into my car. I actually woke up at around 5:30. Hopped into my car. Was on my way to the gym at 6 o'clock, and I was driving down Willingdon, and when I got to this hill, my car is rear-wheel drive, so it got stuck. It got stuck on the hill, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And the traffic started backing up behind me. I was like trying to go, and then my car like fishtailed into like a diagonal position, and I was like blocking up two lanes. Anyhow, car broke down, turned into this side alley, parked there, and basically rode off my day because I had no transportation. So walked to the gym. After the gym, I walked to a Metrotown the Starbucks in Metrotown, and what started off as a terrible day actually became something amazing. I'll tell you guys why. So in the Starbucks, I was actually in the Starbucks. I was making calls, doing my admin, and I hopped on a recruiting call. So I actually called one of my friends, and the call was completely random. I randomly messaged on Facebook. I called him, and I didn't know what would come out of it, but the point wasn't that. The point is I stood up and I started walking around in the Starbucks. I started walking around. I didn't even realize I was actually yelling. And I had no idea. Anyhow, the conversation went on for around 20 minutes, and then I actually had this lady came up to me, and she's like, "We don't need to hear your conversation. If you want to continue the conversation, please continue outside." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." Walked outside, and then this guy came after me, and his name was Abbas, and he came after me. He was like, "Hey, I want to talk to you about what just happened there." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "My name is Abbas. Like, I used to run 2, 3 companies, and I studied philosophy." And so Abbas, he sat me down, and the crazy thing is, we sat down and we had like an hour and a half conversation, philosophical conversation on me being a dot. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean me being a dot? But he said this, and it was one of Einstein's theories. He said, mass mass tells a space how to curve, and space tells mass how to move. So what I realize is this, and I'll explain the quote. He says, wherever you are in your life, if you want people to follow you, all you have to do is create enough pressure, create enough mass in your space. It's like taking a cloth and putting a rock in the center of the cloth. Anything that is in the vicinity of that cloth will just funnel in to the middle. So wherever you're at in your life, whatever industry you are, whatever job you're in, whether you're in school, whether you're not in school, whether you have a bachelor, master's, PhD, whatever space you're in, create enough mass, create enough pressure in your space, and just watch everybody else follow. It's a rule. It's a law. It's a formula. So, and he said to me, he was like, what you just did there, Abbas, he said to me, he was like, what you just did there is like you were talking to space, meaning that you were in your space and you didn't realize that you pissed off everyone in that Starbucks. Like, you pissed everyone off. Like, I was just watching. Everyone else was like glaring at you. And he was like, you didn't realize that. And he's like, that is the amount of concentration that you need to get what you want in life. He's like, that is the amount of concentration and focus that you need, that obsession that you need to get what you want in life. And he told me, he's like, if you ever go and start your own company, he offered me 20 grand randomly in a Starbucks. And what seemed to me like a shitty day, like it turned into something like phenomenal. So I just want to share that with everybody. And hopefully I can make more of these videos to come. And how do I finish this? Oh.